There are a couple new nonfiction releases that I think y'all should check out. Black Owned, The Revolutionary Life of the Black Bookstore by Shar Adams, released on November 4th. In this book, Shar Adams does a deep dive into the history of black bookstores from the very first one and shows how they have always been at the center of the resistance in one way or another. I've been listening to the audiobook of this, narrated by Shanna Small, and it is amazing. I've just been learning so much about black bookstores, how they're inherently revolutionary, how they have always been hubs of learning against whitewashed history. Every single book on this list is the audiobook version, and this one specifically has impeccable narration. American Grammar, Race, Education, and the Building of a Nation by Jarvis R. Given. This released on October 14th and is described as a new history of U.S. education that rigorously accounts for black and native presence in the American education system. Jarvis R. Givens is actually a Harvard professor, so in this he combines his own personal experience as a black man with his academic expertise. This audiobook is over 15 hours long, y'all, so I'm not even gonna lie and act like I've listened to all of it, but the couple hours I have listened to have been really good. It's like a narrative nonfiction mixed with historical analysis. We Survived the Night by Julian Brave Noisecat. This released on October 14th as well, and it's said to be part memoir, part investigative journalism, part folklore, a narrative nonfiction father-son journey that rewrites and restores indigenous history. This is another audiobook that has a really good narrator. I'm 99% sure that Julian Brave Noisecat narrates this himself, and he has a phenomenal voice, I can't lie. Black, White, Colored by Loretta Malloy Noble and Leonette Noble. This released on November 18th, and it's the hidden story of an investigation into a little-known historical tragedy that occurred in Laurinburg, North Carolina in 1898. This is one that just sounds super good. I haven't listened to this one yet, but I'm a sucker for little known black history, and I know a whole bunch of y'all are too, so I had to put this on y'all radar. Every Day I Read by Huang Bo Rim. Sorry if I butchered that name, I know I probably did. This released on December 2nd, and it's said to be a cozy, warm, and reflective collection of essays about reading, language, and just life. Sounds really good, and it's said to have a whole bunch of book recommendations within. It just released yesterday, and the audiobook is very short. It's like 3 or 4 hours long. And last but certainly not least, Daring to Be Free, Rebellion and Resistance of the Enslaved in the Atlantic World by Sardar Hazarin Singh. That was a lot to say, and I hope I didn't butcher that name. This released on December 2nd as well, and this was actually one of my most highly anticipated nonfiction releases of the year. Okay, I found out about it last month, but still, it sounded so good, it made it top of the list. Daring to Be Free is said to be a revelatory history of enslaved people's resistance and self-emancipation across the Atlantic world and beyond. This is supposed to portray the struggle of liberation from the perspective of the enslaved, in their own words. This sounds amazing to me. Sardar Hazarin Singh talks about Haiti, Cuba, Brazil, and the American South. I've listened to a little bit of this audiobook and I've already learned so much, like how there's a statue of a black woman named Solitude in Paris. She is a true heroine, and I implore y'all to look her up yourself because I didn't even know about her, which is crazy. But yeah, those are some new nonfiction releases that I think y'all will like. Let me know if y'all read any of these. Let me know some nonfiction books that's on y'all radar. Just let me know.